Hey guys, it's Double D in the Morning, aka Disabled Dynamite, with Double D in the Friday Morning, episode 3. Nobody's perfect. As I said in the title, nobody's perfect. That's what this episode is about. And what I'm getting at is no athlete is perfect, or a person, period. Yes, Michael Phelps had 23 gold medals. And Simone has close to 30. But no one's perfect. So I think we as a culture, especially an American culture, put too much pressure on the athletes to be perfect. Simone Biles is the greatest of all time, but that doesn't mean she's perfect. She slips up sometimes. And so did Michael Phelps in his career. He didn't win them all. Take Michael Jordan, for instance. He had 6 championships, but if he could have had the right team behind him during his nearly 20-year run as a ball player, he could have had maybe 10. But no one's perfect. Even the better athletes that have several championships. No one is completely perfect. I'm going to reiterate this statement again. We as Americans put too much pressure on any kind of athlete. A basketball player, an Olympic gymnast, an Olympic athlete of any kind, a swimmer, an equestrian player, a fielder, a javelin thrower, a track star. It doesn't matter what the sport. We put too much pressure on the athletes, and that gets to them. And eventually they have a little bit of a breakdown, sometimes a big breakdown. But it's our fault. I don't blame them. I blame the coaches and the industry of the Olympics and the athletics type stuff of anything. The industry puts too much pressure on the athlete, and we as fans put too much pressure on the athlete. I don't personally care for sports as much as someone that does this kind of pressure. You know the kind of fan I'm talking about. But the point is, we shouldn't put any kind of... that they already have enough pressure on themselves. They've trained their butt off in all the sports that they train to be as professional as they can. Did you know that Olympic athletes make at the most, in a normal rate, about $20,000, and they don't make the Michael Phelps or Simone Biles money if they're that good? But the endorsements and the Olympic athletes' stardom, that's a few and far between. A Simone Biles and a Michael Phelps is really rare. But your Gabby Douglas, your Simone Biles, your Michael Johnson, your Usain Bolt, Oscar Pistorius, any of your good ones that are great athletes, the sport isn't their life, and the sport shouldn't be the fans' life. So get a life and get over it. Because, like I said, no one's perfect. We need to think of those athletes as people, as well as something entertaining to watch. Because that's really what the Olympics are. I mean, yeah, they train their whole lives to get that way. But it's not. It shouldn't become their lives, and it shouldn't become our lives as fans. I mean, U.S. has a history of dominating in the Summer Olympics. We've got over 2,000. I think close to 2,500. But it just, it ain't worth it. It's to be that kind of a fan. You don't need to be fixated, because they're people too. They're not just Olympic athletes. They're people. And if they slip up and do something a little unethical, that shouldn't matter as much. Yeah, it's not the best thing. But like, that's this whole point of this video. They're not perfect. Athletes aren't perfect, and you're not perfect. There was only one person that was ever perfect that walked the earth. We all know the name of the person I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say the name, because I want to keep my channel away from religious type controversy. And we're never, none of us are going to be ever as perfect as him. So quit trying to be perfectionist with your sports that you like to watch. Let these athletes play until they want to retire. And if they retire early, then that's great, because the athletic industry puts way too much stress on the athletes. And if they don't, then that's great too. But if they want to retire early, or if they just can't take it no more, let them quit. People get so bent out of shape about athletic stuff. It's not the end of the world. Michael Phelps quit, because he aged out, I guess. And I do miss it. And I would miss Simone Biles if she quit. Or any good athlete. Because it's just fun to watch. But it's not. It don't matter. It really and truly don't matter. It's fun to watch. But sports aren't my life. And for the other fans out there, they shouldn't be your life either. Because no one's perfect. Not even athletes. And that's the theme of this video. So I'm going to keep saying hashtag no one's perfect a lot. But no one is. So I think as the American fans, we in general just need to quit perfectionizing the sports industry, the Olympic sports industry, the basketball, any kind of championship. I know we have teams that we want to win, and we want Simone Biles to get all the gold medals. We want Shuni Lee to get all the gold medals. We want this to happen. We want that. And I want that too sometimes. But it's not a big priority for me. I want them to do good because they've trained their butt off. And you want some achievement. But as long as you placed anywhere on the top 3, it don't truly matter what color you are. The medal, I mean, the color of the skin don't matter either. And that's a whole nother can of worms that I might open up Sunday with my episode 3 of Sunday morning. But I just don't get the obsession we have as a culture, especially here in America, but just everywhere, that winning is everything. Because winning isn't everything. Just think about Simone's friends and how she's a person, or Michael Phelps, and how they're people. They're not just Olympians, they're people. I like Simone because she seems really, really kind-hearted and sweet. The athletic part is just, I guess one could say, a bonus. But I really and truly don't care that much about it. I mean, yeah, like I've said, I want us to do good. But it don't matter, really. I mean, because the only person that should matter about what color of medal they get is the athlete itself. But then again, like Simone has said in some of her interviews lately, they go there to compete. And they want to do their best, but it's just a fun thing, like any sport. Let them have fun with it. Don't make it into a life or death type of thing. I just don't get it. I think as a culture that we put too much emphasis on go get the gold. I mean, I say that phrase myself when I'm watching the Olympics on TV. But it really and truly, does it really matter as much as people think? It should matter more to the athlete, not to us as fans. I like to watch Simone and a lot of the U.S. athletes because I like the nice ones. I like the kind-heartedness of the person, not just the athlete. And that's what people should care about. You should remember that nobody is perfect. And the main theme of the Olympics is unity and trying to be world peace and all that and be nice. It's not the medals. That's part of the game aspect. But the main theme of the Olympics is basically live by the golden rule. Well, that's it for today's video. Like, subscribe, and comment. And hit the notification bell to Double D in the morning. And join me next Friday at 10 in the morning for Friday morning episode 4. And tell me in the comments what you want. Because I will make it about what you want. Tell me in the comments if you want me to talk about COVID, if you want me to talk about how we need to treat people, or if you want me to talk about ceramics. And also, follow me on social media at hashtag Facebook, hashtag Twitter, and hashtag Tumblr, and hashtag Instagram. The links will be in the comments. And follow me on my other channel, A Slice of Life with Drew Moore. The link to that will also be in the comments.